Alright, hello everyone, Chris I here. We're back with our final stream of Dark Souls Remastered 100% playthrough. And hello, Peely, coming in early. Alrighty, so off stream, I just finished consuming all the soul items that we got down into the giants. And now the only NPC left here is Patches. And he is right over here. Blah, 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 blah. You can learn his gesture, prostration. Now, if you didn't get the Mask of the Child... I mean, he also sells Eyes of Death, but it's only like 3 of them. You can buy some Divine Blessings, some Prison Stone, Humanity, Twin Humanities, as well as some Miracles if you haven't gotten them already. You want to get the Crescent Axe from him if you want to get the weapon achievement. Otherwise, you can just kill him and he'll drop it anyway. And here you can see he sells all 3 masks. Just get the Mask of the Child, it's the only one that's worth it. As well as the Cleric set.
Right.
So with that all done, you can just waste him.
Curses! What's wrong with you? Curses!
Sit down, Patches. And there we go, Crescent Axe. So now all the NPCs, save Domhnall, are dead. He's still hanging out over there as he pops into the world. There he is. And now all we have left to do is the DLC. Now by this point, base game is completely done, so you should be able to get as many achievements as you can before you get into New Game Plus. But if you want to go for 100% completion, do the DLC as well, because they also offer some pretty broken spells and abilities. Not to mention some of the best boss fights in the game. Where's the closest one? Alright, Undead Parish. So basically, you need the broken pendant, like I said earlier, during the Duke's Archives. And once you have that, just head back to where you fought the Hydra in the forest. And there's our boy Andre. Now, essentially, the DLC is actually kind of short, but it has, let me actually think, 1, 2, 3... It has 4 boss fights, 2 of which are arguably the best in the game, with Artorias and Manus. And honestly, kind of Calamity, he's pretty high up there too. No! Oh well, whatever. And we're going to conquer it all. I mean, by this point, like, the game should be a joke for you. If you've been following everything I've been doing, you should be way stronger than you have any right being. But you should be having a great time nonetheless. Honestly, I'm probably just going to run past these guys and slip on the Rusted Iron Ring yet again. Because we are going to run through deep water. Because the portal to access the DLC is where we first rescued Dusk behind the Hydra. Are they? Oh, that guy is. But he's so slow, he's not going to be able to do anything. Alright, so they stop when they get to that. Alright, there is the portal. And we'll step on through. But first, I am going to change the ring back. Examine it. Menace will drag us in, and here we are. You could kindle this bonfire, but you really don't need it. And if you're struggling with this boss, then I guess you can, but Sanctuary Guardian's not too bad. The most irritating thing is his lightning. Other than that, he's not too bad. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's brain dead. That's his most irritating thing, how he keeps hopping away. But you can see he has practically no health to speak up that really. Just right away that. That's a really good time to hit him, and he's dead. His soul doesn't give you anything, so honestly, you couldn't just eat that. I mean, it'll give you a whopping, what was that, 12,000 souls? So yeah, one boss already dead. And here we are at Ulysseal Sanctuary, which looks a lot like Firelink. With the whole ring around it, but, you know, it looks a bit cleaner. Because essentially, we are in the past. Like, many years in the past. And I'm going to kindle this, because this is going to be the first bonfire we can rest at for quite a while. And we got plenty of humanity to do it anyway. And that should be it. Yep. Alrighty, there's a soul item hiding up here. Nope, it's just humanity. And there's nothing else here except for Elizabeth, who, as you can tell, is one of the mushroom people without legs. Blah, 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 blah. Tell her yes. And you can buy repair powder, gold powder resin, as well as the Ulysseal Ivory Catalyst. And once you beat the DLC, and if you don't kill Princess Dusk at the very end, she will also sell Elizabeth's mushrooms, which basically heal you over time.
May the flame...
Alrighty. I mean, you could totally just waste it right now. There are literally no consequences to it. And here we go into the Royal Wood. Which is an awful lot like the Darkroot Forest. Or Darkroot Garden, see? And these scarecrow-looking things are basically the predecessors of the tree people. Some interesting lore tidbits there. Now, the only thing that's out here is a blue Titanite slab right in the middle, but it's guarded by two of these guys. Now, these stone giants are a lot more dangerous than the ones we fought in Darkroot Garden. They are actually called the Stone Guardians as opposed to knights. And they hit way harder. Uh-oh. Yep, we're gonna get hit. Oh, that's right. And they can sometimes drop Twinkling Titanite, and if you're really lucky, they drop their weapon. Totally forgot, but I recommend probably having a Black Knight weapon on because it actually does a bit more damage against them since they are kind of resistant to magic. But these guys are still pretty much a joke. By this point, there's the chest. Now, I like to just go around the edges, clear out all the enemies hanging out here, and then go into the middle and grab that slab before we progress. And down there is where we fight Artorias, and up there is Hawkeye Goth, who will be the third of the 4 Knights of Gwyn we will see. Okay. Now this is going to eventually be a shortcut. We just have to eventually travel down there. Then there's an elevator at the bottom, but we'll get that later. And right here is the Guardian Gauntlets. So the armor set for the Guardians is pretty much scattered throughout this entire map. But I know where they are, so that should be easy to get. Alright. We'll head there in just a bit. See, there are 2 right ahead of us. You can see the chest hiding in those reeds. Oh, we're gonna get hit? Yeah. Like, even as strong as we are, they can hit harder, to be honest. Like, these Guardians are... I was gonna say, I heard footsteps. We do not want to deal with the Guardian. Oh, yep, that's the one that really hurts. It's a bit too slow. Now I'm just clearing out all the enemies because I can. You don't really need to. You really should only just clear out the enemies right around the chest because there's no other real items that are being guarded on this side of the woods. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Ooh, that's the attack we gotta look out for. Because sometimes they charge up and attack. There we go. Ooh, actually got it. That's funny. That is very rare to get. As he continues to spin. But again, earlier when I said in the Crystal Cave you can get a blue Titanite slab in there, just open this chest instead, because you get one for free. So yeah, basically go to New Game Plus and just get this chest if you want to get your 2 blue Titanite slabs that you need. Only get in the Crystal Cave one if you really just want to challenge yourself. Alrighty. Now the only other bit of loot that's here is another piece of the Guardian set, which is over there. And if you look, this place is actually identical to where we fought the giant jungle cats that were rolling. My god, these things are such jokes. And they also drop all this moss as well. Man, I cannot believe I got the stone bread axe. That is a stupid rare drop. That's the one you want to look out for. Because if you stay in their front long enough, they'll charge a shockwave attack, which really hurts. And you do not want to get hit by. Alright, he's done. And there's another piece of their armor set. So we got half of it already. And there is Calamite. He can't hurt us right now, nor can you hurt him, but we will fight him later. Now for the second half of the woods. Ooh, I almost forgot about the crystal lizard there, but we got him at the last second. Ooh, ow. Ooh, yeah, that's the shockwave attack. You do not want it to hit you. Oh. Got him. Sometimes he doesn't fall down, and you have to go around to fight him, but he can also come down and fight you right here, as you just saw. Now, all these pits you see around here are just instant death, so do not fall into them. There actually is quite a bit of loot back here before we head on to the boss. Now, to get to this, that's actually a hole there, so you gotta run and jump to get over that gap. And right through here is a soul item. Oh no, it's Elizabeth's mushroom. No, there's a soul item somewhere right here. I just can't remember which spot. Again, be very careful because the holes kind of blend in the environment a little bit. And this is another area where you jump. And we'll get another piece of the Guardian set. Now we just need one more, so you can roll back down here. Alright. And there's a bunch of Guardians patrolling around here, as well as some little scarecrow guys. Problem is, there's a lot of Guardians that are traveling in pairs over here, so you kind of gotta lure one at a time, otherwise you will pretty much just die. Nope. And got him. It's one. And more Twinkling Titanite. Thought I heard Guardian. Oh. Guess he got lured over by here. And right here are some of Goff's great arrows, which are basically a slightly more powerful version of Dragon Slayer arrows that you can use for the great bow. And right here is the Guardian armor, so now you have the entire Guardian set. Okay, everything else should be gotten, and here we are, we're back at the beginning of this little area. So you can drop back down, and now head forward. Okay, this I think is a soul item. Yes, okay. Now there's a crystal lizard up ahead, which we might be able to get, but it's going to be a bit tight. You can see it right over there. Kind of want to like get it stuck against the tree there, and it's gone. Damn it. Okay, now you can see there are two Guardians there who might both be aggroed now. Oh no, that's good. We actually only got one over, which is what we want. Oh! Whew, almost got hit. Alright, this should be the last Guardian on the map. Alrighty. So no more of those guys for the rest of the DLC. And another soul item there. That will make you fall off. And this is an elevator that just leads to the next area and leads to the boss. We'll get there in just a second. I mean, if you want, you can save and quit to reload the crystal lizard there, but at this point, you don't really need them. Just need a few items left over here and up there. And we will have everything. Yeah, the guys with the scissors are probably the most dangerous because they can cause bleed and stun you, but they're not too bad. And here is another gold coin. And just run up here. Should be the last of the... Ow. Last of those guys. And that's where we got the mushroom from before. And here is the last item of the area. Soul of a Brave Warrior. Alright, with that being said, we can switch back to our Greatsword of Artorias. Because there are no more Guardians. And now we can head down the elevator. Again, be careful you don't fall in one of the ditch. Because that'd be really upsetting at this point. Alright, now that's there. The boss is right there. There's no other items here. Now that's a super shortcut for way later in the DLC, which we'll get later. And we will get a few items that are just hanging around here. You can talk to Chester and say yes. He's essentially like from Bloodborne. Hence his clothes and his accent. And you can buy some stuff from him if you want. But we're actually going to kill him. Because if you're human, he'll invade you farther on. And he's just obnoxious to deal with. We're not going to kill him yet. We're going to kill Artorias first. But we'll just kill him right here later.
So long.
And if you kill him, you get his armor set. And right here is the shortcut I mentioned earlier. And here we are. We're back in the Royal Wood at the very beginning. Now that shortcut's open. And without further ado... Oh, wait. No, I lied. We're not going to fight Artorias just yet. We're going to get, like, 2 little items that are down in this little ditch here. And then we'll go fight him. Brave Warrior. Now the only enemy that are down here are some dogs. Who actually look like dogs as opposed to all skinned and whatnot. They almost look like Dobermans. And here's another soul item. And I think that's it. Yeah, there shouldn't really be anything else down here. Right, yeah, there isn't. And Calamete's that way, but we're not going to trigger his stuff until we can get the bonfire right after Artorias. Alright. That being said, make sure you're all healed up. And without further ado, Let's have Artorias show up. There he is. Now he can hit like a truck. Oop, he does that. You want to run and hit him as fast as you can to knock him out of his buff. Okay, we did it. Ooh. Like, you can see he hits pretty hard. But he's still a very nice fight. Okay, now he's going to try and buff again. Again, just smack him out of it. And one more hit. Come on, one more. Got him. I love this boss fight. And we got the soul of Artorias. Now, if you want, you can actually make the sword he was wielding right there at the giant blacksmith with a +10 sword of any type. And the purple coward's crystal. Basically, here's the official PvP matchmaking area of the game. And you can just choose which type you want to do. And here we are at the bonfire. And we are going to kindle this one to its max state. Now we're going to go kill Chester so he doesn't invade us. I mean, if you want to keep him as a vendor, I'll show where he invades. In just a second. And there we go. Now I forget, do I have to save and quit to have her appear? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, so to get another random NPC here, save and quit. Once Artorias is dead. And here we go. There is the Lord's Blade, Kieran. Now she's going to ask you for Artorias' souls. If you give it to her, she'll say thank you, but you get nothing in return for it. And if you tell her no, she'll be like, okay, whatever, screw you. But we're going to kill her because we'll get her weapons as well as her armor set.
You, the would.
Just tell her no, or tell her yes, whatever.
Yes, if I must not. Artorias would not. What is it? Have you?
I mean, we could give it to her, because I'm not going to use it. You know what? Screw it. Why not?
Thank you. Please take this.
Alright, so she can hand you her weapons if you give it to her.
May the Lord.
But if you kill her, you can also get her armor set.
May the Lord.
She also frequently likes to throw voice talismans at you. Which was that? That throw she was doing. And there's her armor set. Now, her daggers are pretty nice because they go through shields. A very nice weapon you can use in PvP. And before we trigger Calamite in his arena, we're actually going to use all of these and level up a bit more. God, that noise. So that noise you keep hearing is like the lunatics ahead, aka the bloatheads, who are the deranged inhabitants of Ulasil, And this town has slowly but surely fallen to the abyss, driving everyone crazy. Alright. And one more. Again, like honestly, leveling up at this point is just pure overkill, but gonna get to as high a level as I possibly can. Just to show that you two can be overpowered and ready to stomp New Game Plus. Nope, too fast. All right. Get a nice smooth 69 in intelligence. Lol. All right. So first things first. We are going to go... Actually, wait a minute. There's a soul item up here that we can grab. Now, this is the way to Hawkeye Goff, but we can't beat him yet because we need a certain key, which we'll get up ahead. I forgot about this one. And I am just going to pop that real quick. There aren't too many soul items left in the entire game yet. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Right. We can't open that door yet. So let's level up a bit more, then we'll go fight Chester. He's probably one of the most annoying NPCs to fight because he keeps doing a kick that, like, makes you stumble, making it really hard to get close to him. And if you're far away from him, he shoots like a burst crossbow, which is just plain obnoxious. That also really hurts. As you can see, we're getting even more ridiculous amounts of level ups. We need like 3 million just to get up once. Alright, let's go kill Chester, and then we'll spawn Calamite. Now, we won't be able to fight Calamite at first, but we need to at least have him show up in his arena.
Oh, did you really? Believe it or not.
Blah, 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 blah.
So.
All right.
So long.
Now, if you're lucky, we could knock him off. But I like to just smack him in the corner here.
Oh, it's come to blows, has it?
Like, yeah, you see that kick thing he does? That's probably the most annoying thing he does.
You will.
Blah. And he dies. And he drops his armor set. Alright. Now let's go spawn Calamite. And then we'll head through the Ulasil village. he just fell through the floor. Another dog. You might as well heal up just in case. Alright, there's Calvary. Now there's some items down here that we can grab. So Crystal's right here, drop down, grab him. Now we are going to race and grab those items, and then immediately homeward bound out. And in that chest over there is a Titanite slab, but we can just get that after his boss fight's done at our leisure. So run, 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 run. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Go, 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 go. And he's about to rain down on us. That will most likely just kill you, if not hurt you quite a bit. Okay, we're safe. So now when we actually go see Hawkeye Gog, we can just keep talking to him, and then he'll shoot down Calamite without having to keep going back and forth. And we'll do these one more time. And I'll show you where Chester would have invaded us if we didn't kill him. Alrighty. On it. Alright, that's it for those. Let's level up just a bit more. Literally, we're just like throwing levels away with this, which is kind of funny, but eh. And now we're pretty poor enough, so if we die, it's not the end of the world. Now, these bloatheads are kind of dangerous because they can hit really hard, but they also drop large Titanite shards pretty frequently, so they're actually a pretty good source to farm if you don't want to buy them. Soul item. And wow, that's pretty rare. If you're really lucky, you can actually have them drop their load head, which is actually an armor piece that you can wear, so you too can look like them. Don't know why you would, but you can. A shortcut we will open later. As you can see, they are quite literally insane, and there it is, a fly right in front of me. Great, now I lost it. Alright. Assume it doesn't fly right in my ear. I'm fine. Okay, now you want to serpentine that, because dark magic is practically broken in this game. It is hands down the most powerful, like, subclass of magic in the game. I mean, just look at some, like, dark bead, like, insta-kills. It's actually stupid with the right setup. Now, if you continue forward on these stairs is when Chester would invade you, and he'd be, like, right here, but you'd be all the way down there, so he'd be shooting, like, a bunch of crossbow bolts at you that are really hard to dodge, and they hurt quite a bit, too. That's why I kill him, just because he's annoying. Now, before we continue, there's a whole little subsection back here. that we're going to go down. Now, for the time being, I'm going to keep the sunlight maggot on because are certain secret doors that only open when you have like a light source, like the skull lantern or sunlight maggot. There's only like 2 of them, so it's kind of like a bit of a pointless little secret, but eh. Alright, we'll go up there in a bit. But first, head down here. Get rid of all of these. Yeah. Was that dark orb? Yeah. Now, if you're lucky, you can get them to drop the Ulasil Catalyst or their head. These chests are always empty. But in here, you get Dark Orb, so you can do that spell that they were using. Very nice spell. This is a dead end, so we can head back on up. Now, all that's left over here is an enemy that drops the I'm Sorry carving. Basically, that's like a PvP item. It's an unlimited use thing that you drop, and a voice of Goth will spawn and say its respective line. So that will say, "Help me! Help me!" Nice way to rub salt in the wound on someone you annihilate in PvP. But there's many different carvings that we are all going to find. Right. Gotta go upstairs to get to the other one. Right. And this is where I always get a bit lost. Everything looks the same. It's not here, is it? Nope, we gotta go up a bit more. Right, that's where we came in. Gonna go up here. Cross that. Like, aim for the wooden pole, like, right out there. Just so you make sure you don't fall off. Grab this, another soul item. And where you see that orange, text, like that thumping noise as you hear, that indicates there's a wall there that you need light for. We're just going to keep it on because there's another one later on. And the silver pendant, which actually reflects all dark. So basically, if a dark magic attack is coming at you, you can just do that and it'll bounce right away from you. It can be very handy in the Manus fight. Now, you could just, like, head back to the bonfire, but I like to run and jump. Oh, God, make it. Oh. Sometimes it looks like I'm never about to make that jump. It's absolutely awful. And here we are, back down the normal path. This is a mimic, and they intentionally hide it, because you can't really see the end of the chain. But this is a mimic. Kill it. You'll get the very good carving. Alright, so now we can leisurely make our way down here. Okay, now for this bit, you can use the silver pendant. And see, there it goes. It deflects her magic. Alright. Now we can creep down here. Now we're getting to where it's getting a bit dangerous, because now their eyes are glowing red, so they hit quite a bit harder now. And there's a bunch of them in this area. Especially this room. One's gonna drop down. From up there. Ooh, nice, another one. And some rubbish. Now, I like to kite that guy with an arrow, assuming I can get him. Now, he's gonna come running out from right there, because that's a staircase we're gonna be taking. I recommend kiting a bunch of these guys over, because all at once they're pretty dangerous. So we're doing the good old divide and conquer. Now there's a witch up there that we really don't want to see, and there's one right to our bottom left, right there, as well as a guy down there. So I usually kite these last two guys up these stairs, then bum rush those two. The big concern is the sorceress, because she hurts more than the other guy does, and she can attack from range, which he can't. And she does Dark Bead, which is even worse. That will hurt quite a lot, excuse me, if not outright kill you. And you can't kill her with arrows, unfortunately. So you actually got to go around and find the drop-down point to get to that item there. But we'll actually go around that whole way first. And there's only one more light door up here. Oh, looks like she cut the chain herself. She tends to do that. Here's another guy. You can hear her laughing. Now, roll into that. In order to, we need the key to get to Goth, which is in this mimic. And yes, that is a mimic. Get rid of him. And we got the crest key. Now we can talk to Goth, who will unlock the Calamite boss fight proper. Right down here is her. And smack her. Now she's dead. And we'll pick up that item that's on that body in just a second. Alright, we gotta go back up to the top to get to the light door. And way over here, there's a secret soul item. I lied, it's humanity. Let's grab that. And now, very carefully inch your way down so you land on that. And then drop down. And that's the way forward. Grab this and we'll get Dark Fog. And head back up here, except we're going to continue forward and not drop down to get the key. And there we go. As you can see, there's a chest over there, and the only way to get it is to come through this way. Nothing in this room. And pick this up. And a red titanite chunk. And with that, we are back at the start. Here. And I think we can take off Sunlight Maggot for now and put on good old Mask of the Child. There are no more light doors, which is kind of unfortunate because I thought that was a pretty cool idea to like hide stuff behind. But whatever. So we're going to continue on forward here. I did get that. And right over here is going to be another shortcut. Which takes us right here to the beginning of the area. Now that one's in place. Well, don't worry, we are going to get the calamite. Now, I like to actually kill these sorcerers from range because you actually... Granted, they try and run a bit forward, but it actually just makes them an easier target. And she's dead. Now, both of them are gone. Yeah, just let this guy rush you after you drag him out a bit. And there's two guys hiding behind there, so keep that in mind. There's one, and there's two. Ooh. Don't know how that's a backstab, but I'll take it. And another soul item hiding right back there. Alright, now this, I don't know what this thing's even been called. It's a pretty weird enemy. It's the only one in the game. But yeah, you can just kind of wail on him. And he's pretty easy. He drops some of the chain set. He's a unique enemy, so he does not respawn. Head on down here. Hit an elevator. There's going to be an enemy on it, so be ready. Get rid of him. Ride the elevator down. And here we are. Chasm of the Abyss. This is the last bonfire in the area, besides the one that's outside. Once we beat Manus's boss fight, the one that appears in his arena. Alright, that's fully maxed. Now, because you can warp to every single bonfire in this DLC, we're actually going to head back to Ulysseal Township. Okay, this is the Ulysseal Township dungeon, so don't worry, we can warp right back to this spot. And now that we can go see Goth, we are going to get calamite taken care of. But first, you know the drill, we are going to use these. Alright. Just 2 more. I don't think there's too many soul items left. Maybe like 1 or 2 left in the entirety of the DLC, which is basically the last few we find in the game. Because the Killing of the First Flame has no soul items in it, I think. Or is there one? I don't remember. But we will get the Black Knight armor set there. As well as unlock the farm for any Black Knight weapons you may still be missing. And we are going to try and get the Black Knight shield. This will be very useful against Gwyn because it blocks a lot of fire damage. On it. One more time. No! Oh, that creepy ambiance. Well, there it is, 501. So I think there's only a few left, and we'll probably get to 504 as the final level. Which will probably just dump in Faith, just to make it a nice even 75. Or a nice looking number of 75. Okay, so let's just repair some magic because we can, and it's probably just a good idea. All right. Now we can go talk to Goff. I think the audio bugged again, but we'll fix it later. There's the crest key, and you can hear good old Goff making his carvings. Talk to him. You can purchase dung pie as well as a few of his carvings. So we got the hello and the thank you. He also sells a bunch of this stuff, and he sells nothing but Goff's great arrows. Very high damage arrows that can be used with the Dragon Slayer's great bow, but he'll give us his bow once we kill Calamite and talk to him again. So we're going to save for that. Keep talking to him. Okay, when he says that, you actually have to, like, leave his conversation. Then he'll mention Calamite once we've already seen him. Tell him yes. Then tell him yes again. We are going to watch his cutscene because he's an absolute Chad. But keep in mind, he's blind. And for some background, like, he's not physically blind, but some knights who don't like giants, viewing them as lesser, they gunked up his helmet with pine resin so he literally can't see, and he can't take it off. So for his purposes, he's blind. Got him. Now we can fight Calamite for real. All right. Now it's time to fight Calamite. And like all dragons, he is weak to lightning. And if you can somehow get his tail cut off, you get the Obsidian Greatsword, which is again just another dragon weapon. So it can only be upgraded with dragon scales and does not scale in any stat. But honestly, kind of like with Seath, you are really just better off having someone be summoned to help you with the fight. Because his tail is very, like, hard to hit. Hey, hey, Foxy. Thank you for the lurk. Alright, now we can officially take down Calamite. Then all that'll be left is to take on Manus, Father of the Abyss. Now, the hardest thing about Calamite is he has a monstrous amount of health, as well as a certain attack that if we get hit by it, we will receive double damage for like 2 solid minutes, which is the one attack you do not want to be hit by. Honestly, there's no real reason to fight Calamite unless you just feel like it, or if you want to get all the bosses done. So, here we go. And there he is. Keep your shield up. Oh yeah, yes. Now you can actually outrun that. If you just like full on run away. As you can see, sometimes he misses completely. But yeah, his biggest problem is he has a bunch of health. That charge attack just had the shield up. Kind of like hug his legs there. And when he gets on both of his hind legs is when we have to run away. That's his Calamity attack, which will apply the debuff that we do not want. It's kind of weird with Calamity sometimes, like there. Like whenever you get a free moment, feel free to heal because it's pretty aggressive. Like that. Outrun that, like so, which will give you some distance between him. And when he does that attack, it opens him up for some attacks. I'm trying to make him do that again. There we go. Give us an opening to heal. Okay, yeah, when he does that, just do not stay in front of him, and you can run off right to the side. That's the most annoying thing about his fire attacks is, like, they do that, like, where you get stunned. Unless you're lucky and you get him stuck right there. Missing. Oh, he's almost dead. And got him. That's it for Calamite. Woo-hoo! And your reward is the Calamity Ring, so you basically can apply the double damage received status effect on you if you want to be an absolute lunatic. Because, oh yeah, people have done that as a challenge run. Pick up that, get some golf great arrows. And you can run all the way to that chest in the distance to get a free Titanite slab. Alright, all that's left is to head down into the abyss. Technically, let me actually do that at. Yeah, there we go. Boom! There we go. Oh, wow, we are making great time. Now, you could Homeward Bone, just right back to the bonfire we rested at, but let's just take the long way and talk to Goth again. And once we have Calamy beaten, he will give us his great bow to use, which is slightly better than the dragon great bow we got way back in Anne Orlando, so it is technically the best bow in the game. Now, the only way to get his armor set is to kill him, but I don't like killing Goth because he's an absolute Chad. But if you want to fully cosplay as Goth, you can buy as many of his arrows as you want from him initially, get his bow, fully upgrade it, and then kill him for the armor set. Though I personally haven't ever killed him, so I don't know how hard of a fight he is if you get him aggressive. But as a rule, I don't make Goth hostile anyway because he's awesome. And once again, the ambiance glitched out. God, that's annoying. And let's go right up back to Goth. Tell him the good news that Calamite is dead. And he'll give us his great bow. Talk to him here. And boom, we got it. And I think that's all he says. See if you can purchase anything else from him. And there we go. Alrighty. All set. Alright, now we can head back to the Lucille Township dungeon bonfire, and we can continue with the Abyss. Or to Lucille Township dungeon. Okay, now, for the sake of fixing the ambiance, I'm going to save and quit, because there's going to be no need for warping. Once we're down here. Here we go. So head on in, and here we are. Do not go forward, you'll just die. Here we are, the Chasm of the Abyss. There are quite a few items here. Get that crystal lizard. Now you can just see in the darkness there are some bloat heads, and there's a sorcerer way in the back. Right, that's a stalagmite. So the same deal as usual, just drag them forward one at a time, or that so they come towards you, then waste the magician at the end. Alright, so the bloat head is really... Okay, he's blocked, so you know, let's just run and get the magician out of the way right here. Use that to block her magic, and she's done. And we get Dark Bead. One of the best spells in the game, arguably the best, depending on who you ask. Okay, that is the wall. All right. This place is a bit confusing to get all the items, but it's not too bad. Now if we head right. Nope, not yet. As there we go, like all these humanity enemies, which are really obnoxious. Now that is the real way forward, which we're actually gonna go this way first because you can see Alvina in that corner there. Go on this. That's supposed to fall away. Alright, now we'll get all the items that we technically ran right past in just a second. So basically, just keep following Alvina. See, she's over there. Now, these things are basically just humanity sprites. They hurt you just by touching them. Go forward. That's a fake wall. So just hit that so you can see where it is. Let's get rid of these guys. And they drop humanity pretty frequently, so if you want to have a good humanity farm, that's the place to do it. Down here. There's a bunch more over there. Right here is a very large shortcut. And the last shortcut we can get in the DLC is right out here. This is where Chester is in the arena for Artorias. So yeah, very nice shortcut. If you want to rest at that bonfire that's right over there, you can. Alright, now let's go and finish the rest of Alvina's trail. And here you will see, in that ring, is Baby Sif. Because we are in the past. So you need to kill all of these enemies. Look at him, or her, whatever. Once all of them are dead, approach Baby Sif. And you will get the Cleansing Great Shield, which was Artorias' shield that he used to shield his companion. Now, if you do this right here, and you haven't killed Sif yet, because you can do the DLC the second you place the Lord Vessel, but you'd have to talk to Frampt if you're trying to get the Dark Wraith Covenant. You can't do that. But then you'd put it down, essentially. You'd be able to get into the Duke's Archives, get the Broken Pendant, access the DLC, do this, and then fight Sif. An entirely different opening cutscene will play for the fight. Like, Sif will recognize you, but still have to fight you, even though he, she, don't remember the exact one that's canon, doesn't want to fight you. Making it even more sad when you have to kill Sif. So now to get back to all the stuff we missed, gotta head up here. There's another sorcerer up here. Guarding a humanity. That's the way to the boss, so ignore that for now. We are going to go through all of these humanity sprites. Probably heal up a bit. Yep, there's some humanity. Another humanity. Oh wow, hit that guy way over there. That's nuts. Oh my god, the backswing. There's some more humanity. And one last one. Now, to get this spell, you need to drop down here. You'll get the Help Me carving. Now, just do a plunge attack on this guy. But be careful of the edge. Actually, we'll pop another one. We kill this big guy. And all right. Just double checking. All right. That's everything down here. Get that. And we get Black Flame, a very devastating pyromancy. Again, none of the stuff in the DLC is required for any of the trophies or achievements, but I'm still gonna get them all anyway. Now we can head back this way. Oh, nope, I lied. Right, did we get this? No, that's where Alvina was before. Right, we got everything down there, so now we're back at the beginning. Alright, now I'm just double checking. Yep, that's where we fell the first time. Let's grab that. Alright, now we can head on to the boss. Yeah, we gotta go around to grab that. Twin Humanities. Now the way ahead is that way. But if we head down this little tunnel, we can get a free White Titanite slab. Right there. Now we can head back down this way. Now, fun fact. Trying to get to the right view. Oop, almost saw him there. So from right here, you can see Manus's eyes before we even get to his boss arena. Now, if you have the Black Bow of Ferris and the, what is it, Hawk Ring equipped, you can actually kill him from all the way up here with arrows. It takes a stupid long time, but it is possible. But we're going to find him the old-fashioned way. And this should be Soul of a Hero. Yes, it is. So that should give us 3 more levels. In order to get, we'll get Faith to 75, and that's where we should be done with our level ups. And now if we saved Sif, we can actually summon him. or her, whatever, for the boss fight. But the summon is actually in the boss arena, so we gotta do that first. Alright, the fight's gonna start, and there he is. Man, his father did this. Let's hit it once, and there we go. And we'll have our boy Sif fighting with us. Oh, it's great, I love it. Don't get hit by that combo. Because if you get hit by one piece of it, you're going to get sucked into the whole of it. Oh. Okay, we're doing very well. He hasn't even done anything yet. When he does that, you pretty much have to either roll out of the way or as you can see, like I said, axe is a great distraction. Okay, we need to back up. Go, Sif. We got this. And Manus is down. Woo! And the soul of Manus. Now, you can trade that in addition to a catalyst to get his catalyst at the giant blacksmith, or you can trade it with Snuggly to get the pursuer spell, which is very broken. Now, there's Dusk. Now, if you just kill her, Elizabeth will be dead, and there will be some Elizabeth mushrooms in her place. I mean, go ahead. There's no consequence to doing it. And we're going to use our final soul item. And we actually will drop this off to get the pursuer spell back at the asylum. Right. With that, we can light this bonfire. With that, the DLC is done. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's perfect. And there you go. That's going to be our final stats for a new game. And as usual, we're going to repair equipment. And for fun, we can talk to Goff. Right there. So why not? Let's go talk to the big guy, and he'll say, "You got Manus Ho! Congratulations, you truly are a hero," kind of thing. And we'll also warp on back to where Elizabeth was and collect her mushrooms. Just to have them. They are pretty nice healing items. Now, if you don't kill Dusk, she'll still be there. She'll say thank you. She'll give you some for free, and you can buy a bunch of them off of her.
That comes to get his own. I suspect, but the ones. Now, do not. Now, do. Now, do.
Oh, thought he said something.
Farewell.
I think there's a different trigger that makes him say something about you beating Manus, or maybe I'm forgetting. He just doesn't say anything. Regardless, let's head back to Elizabeth. Grab the mushrooms from where her body was. And then all that's left is the killing of the first flame. See, she's gone. And we got Elizabeth's mushrooms ×3. Alright, with that, back to Firelink we go. And gonna rest this. Now let's head back to the asylum, which I forget. Can we actually walk to that? No, we can't. There is no warp point for the asylum. We got to go to the nest. All right, no big deal. Let's go there and give the soul of Manus to Snuggly. Then we'll get the pursuer spell. Alright. Make our way to the nest. Unlike the first time when we went to the asylum, it will not take forever. We just have to go in there, then the cutscene will just play. And we're back. And it's always a good idea just to kill these guys first. Right. That's such a weird trigger with her. Alright, regardless. So now that we're here, we'll just drop Soul of Manus in there. And we'll do a save and quit. And we will have the pursuer spell. There we go. Got it. Now, the tin crystallization catalyst, which we got off of Logan, that is the best overall catalyst for magic, but if you have Manus's catalyst, you get the most damage out of dark magic. So they really are interchangeable, which one would be considered the best. It just depends on how you want to build your character. All right. That all done? You're actually free. Head to the kiln of the first flame. Now we are going to farm the Black Knights in there for their shield. How many Twinkling Tine I got? 6? That's perfect. Alright, let's just rest there for now, even though we are going to change. Anyway, I'm going to slip on the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring to boost our item discovery as much as we can. And you could go to the Abyss, then talk to Koth to have you there with him, or you can just jump down here, and you'll be taken there anyway. Now that we have all the Lord Souls, we can just offer them up to the Lord Vessel. The cutscene will play. and now it's open. And by default, this will now give you 20. Oh, yes. We're at the end. All the ghosts of the Black Knights. Doomed to forever wander between existence. Oh, it's so cool. Here we are. Kiln of the First Flame. Now, every single one of these guys has a shield. And this is where you go to farm Black Knights for their weapons and their shield. Because they all respawn. Alright, got another sword. That is the great sword guy. Another devastating weapon. Oh. Come on, give me the shield. You won't. Oh, nice. Well, we got the sword. The great sword. The only item in this area is the Black Knight armor set, which is right over there. You want to cosplay as the Black Knights. Oh, right, it's over there. Never mind. And here is another Black Knight with a sword. Again, probably just going to parry him. Nope. Sword. Shield is really annoying to get because it's a lower chance than their weapons. But there's the Black Knight set. You can fully upgrade that to get a good amount of fire resistance. Not to mention looking awesome. And now, if you did everything with Solaris questline, including saving him, you can summon him for the final boss fight. Oh, that is dangerous because the Great Axe is very disgusting and hurts a lot to get hit by. Come on, give me the shield. Nope, got the Great Axe. Ugh, come on. Got it. Shield. Darn it. Alright, now there's nothing else in the area, so back to the bonfire we go, which is at the very beginning of the area, and we gotta kill the knights again. Ugh. Really just want the Black Knight shield because you block a bunch of fire damage with it as opposed to lightning damage, like the Silver Knight shield. Even though I think the Silver Knight shield has slightly better stability when fully upgraded than the Black Knight Great Shield, it really is interchangeable, the two shields, honestly. Now, as you can see, since we homewarded back to the bonfire, there's like no sound. Save like our footsteps, which is really annoying. Oh god, another sword. Can have so many swords of these. Alright. Oh, that's the really scary attack. Come on, give me a shield. Oh, for real. We're gonna get all their weapons again before we get a shield. God. what am I doing? Sometimes you can actually fall off there, so if you actually are trying to find all the weapons, including the shield, try not to have them fall off. Oh my god, for real. Alright, chat, bets. How many times will we have to go through this before we get one of their shields? I'll say 4 times. We're already on run number 2. Oh! Parried the jump attack. Sit down. That is very hard. I got very lucky with that. Cool. And again. My god. Don't even try. Sit down. There it is. We got it. All right. And we're going to fully upgrade it because we have plenty of Twinkling Titanite to do that. Get it up to +5. All right. And now I can take off that, put on good old Havel's Ring, and actually take that off. You know what, we'll just, yeah, take it off. So again, one last final repair equipment. Granted, it's probably pointless at this stage, but might as well. Reinforced weapon. Night shield. Get you all the way to +5. Boom. Now let me actually look at the stats. Yeah. So it has slightly higher stability and is a bit lighter. It blocks a bit more magic damage. But as you can see, they're pretty interchangeable. The 2 shield. The Black Knight one, I think, is the best overall one because you have more fire damage, enough magic. I thought this thing had more lightning resistance, so, what do I know? But yeah, Black Knight shield, totally finished. And now it's the run to Gwyn. Oh, right. I want all the sound to be fixed. So let's just save and quit and reload. And all the ambience will be back. See? It's such an obnoxious bug. I wish they fixed that. That's specifically only for the remaster. The OG version of Dark Souls doesn't have that problem. Why not? And again, you see all the chunks we're getting? They are always guaranteed to drop a certain type of chunk, so if you want to Titanite chunk farm, this is also the best place to do it. Alright, there's 3 more nights to go. Oh my god. Another chunk. Alright, you can summon Solaire. And you can see right down there, there is Gwyn, hanging out right in the middle. Praise the sun, Solaire, my dude. Yes. Carried him all the way to the end. The only NPC who has a happy ending. Now, I try to avoid having any of the knights hit him just so he has as much health as possible when we get to win. And just one final knight. Nice. And we got another halberd, because why not? Alright. Now, Gwyn is very easy to parry. Makes the boss an absolute joke. And Solaire acts as a good, distraction as well. But, here we go. Oh, too early for the parry. As you can see, he's just too easy. And with that, he is dead. Gwyn is defeated. And there is his soul. Now you need his soul to make his weapon, as well as trade it with the Arab Sunlight Covenant to get the Sunlight Spear miracle. So you do need to kill him twice. Or have somebody trade it with you. Now, there are two endings. Head that way, you'll get the Dark Lord ending. Go to that bonfire right over there and light it to get the Link the Flame ending. Now, if you're on PlayStation, you can save Scum before you fight Gwyn. Then choose each ending to avoid having two playthroughs for that. Now, the canon ending is actually lighting the fire. We just continue the cycle of light and dark. But the cooler ending is the Dark Lord ending, where we become the one true Lord. How ridiculous helmet.
My Lord, bless thy safe return. Let Garth and Fraft serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
Oh, it's great.
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord return us.
And there we go. The credits, you skip it, and you are launched right into New Game Plus with all of our gear. Sure, we're hollowed right now, but for fun, before we wrap it up for today, I'm going to show you just how broken we now are. At the beginning, we are going to absolutely stomp on the Asylum Demon. And there's the Stray Demon pacing around and chilling before we can even really fight him. Oh, I love it. So let's just show you how much stronger we are. And New Game Plus, it, honestly is way easier now that you're fully beefed up. And again, that's lit already, so you might as well rest at it. So we keep the bottomless box, but we have to buy everything else. And here comes the Asylum Demon. Let him jump down. As you can see, we are just absolutely chunking him. And he's dead. And we'll also get his weapon. Now, unfortunately, we need to talk to Oscar to open that. So let's just breeze on through. We can grab this if we want. It doesn't matter. Run after this moron. Kill him. Pick up the longsword. Oh, that's great. Alright, that's the ring. Now he will give us the key to actually open the door now, because we already killed the Assassinian. Alright, open the shortcut. Talk to him again. Tell him yes. And there we go. And you can waste him again. Head on through here. You know the drill by this point. And we don't have to be careful anymore because we are way overpowered. And yes, we need to find that key again to open that door, but we don't really need it anymore since we already have the ring. And now we can just drop down. Open the door. Grab that soul item, and then we can head back to Firelink Shrine. And yes, all the soul items return. Which is going to be the only way for us to reliably level up at this stage. And here we are. Back in Firelink. Might as well reverse our hollowing because why not? I totally forgot. One thing you can do before you fight Gwen is to kill the Spider Fire Keeper girl, so we can get it to +10 or +6 before the end of the game. Then we can just head down here to get our Estus Flax maxed. But that's a nitpick. Can't believe I forgot that. The one mistake I made, but otherwise, yeah, that is the entirety of Dark Souls. All that is really left at this point. If you haven't made all your weapons, just get your respective slabs and embers to finish those. Make any remaining boss weapons. You should have been able to find all the farmable weapons at this point. And other than that, you should have found every covenant, upgraded all of them to the ones you need to get your remaining miracles / spells. And you should have at this point, once you go through all the new game plus nonsense and kill whatever boss souls you still need to make weapons out of, you should be good to go for all your achievements and trophies. And with that being said, let's take a quick look at my final stats. We are so level 504. Vitality we have maxed at 2 minutes 10. Endurance and strength, dexterity, all maxed at 99. Resistance I left at 30. And intelligence and faith at 75. And to top it all off, if you need to worry about leveling up, now that we already have all of the wooden arrows, we can use the soul item glitch whenever we want from the very beginning, instead of waiting until we get to the merchant up there. And with that, you should have 100% completion in Dark Souls 1, specifically the remaster. This was a lot of fun. Hope everyone got some help from this, and just had a good time enjoying me absolutely stomp the game. And when we return, we will be getting all of the achievements for the dreaded Dark Souls 2, specifically the Scholar of the First Sin edition. Oh boy, I am not ready for it. Totally terrified for it. It's going to be tedious as sin, but you know what? Who knows? I know some people have gone in on these runs like absolutely dreading it, but actually having a pretty good time overall with the game. So who knows? Maybe I'll feel the same way once all is said and done. But with that being said, thank you all for joining me this stream. Hit and follow my channel if you like what you saw. You can also follow me on my YouTube channel as well as Twitter and Discord. Links are all in my bio. And with that, hope you have a good one, everybody, and I shall see you in the next stream when we take on Dark Souls 2 with an all-achievement run. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.